Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We had a great question a few videos ago, or a while back. We did this video of how to get a pulsating button background there. It's changing from red to blue every 5 or 6 seconds and back again with an animation. We had a question on it. Somebody was asking, can you just affect the button text itself? Yeah. Really easy, as I've done next door in this one here, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. We've got to write a bit of code for this today, but don't let that put you off. Any code I write, as usual, I'll put down below the video. You're welcome to copy it, paste it, use it as you need. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down and where we want to work. I'm actually using call to action modules for this. You could just use a button module if that's all you wanted to use, or use a call to action and delete the title and content, however you want to do it. So I'm going to hit the little button. I'm going to add a call to action. And if I move this up over here so you can see what's going on, you may notice there's no button. The button's not going to appear until you actually add a link to it down here. Obviously put what you want your button to say there, and title goes in here if you're using the blurb, and content here. This is a regular text box with bold, italicizing, paragraphs, and you can add media if you want to. I'm leaving mine just as it is on the default for the moment. Background, I'm going to make it a little darker, so I'm going to go into the background. Let's make it black. I don't think I want quite fully black. Let's hit the 3 dots and get the palette up. Let's make it slightly off black. There we go, that's going to work. Great. Well, like I say, I want a button on there because that's what we want to actually do the animation with. So just up above, still on the content tab, here's the link drop down. Simply put whatever link you want to for your button in here, where you want to take your people. Always best practice, if you're linking to your site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off site to somebody else's, open it in a new tab. That way your site's going to stay open also. Great. So we've got pretty much everything we need there. Now what I need to do is actually assign this a CSS class so we can target it with some code. To do that, we need to roll over to our Advanced tab. There we'll see CSS IDs and classes. Let's give this a class, and all classes really want to be unique, and I like them to mean something to me. That way if I see them in the code I can tell what it is. Let's say and for animated BTN, animated button. That'll work for me. So we're going to give this the class, CSS class name of an BTN. We'll save this. We can now target this with some CSS. Okay, well, let's add a code module so we can write some code. I'm going to add it just under my call to action right here. Hit the little dark button to add a new module. There's our little code module. And inside we can start writing our code. Okay, so we gave this the class of an button. Now if you're using a code module like I am here, you need to open some style tags to tell it we're using CSS. And that's just left pointy bracket, the word style, and then right pointy bracket. I can't put these down below because of the pointy brackets there, but any code in between I'll put down below. So if you're using a code module, make sure you open and close some style brackets right there. Okay, we gave this a class name. All class names have a dot or a period in front. Then the class name, and BTN. And we want to target the actual anchor tag, which is the link or the button right there. So and BTN A. Then we can open and close some curly brackets and decide what we want it to do. Well, I want it to have an animation, so we need to give the animation a name before we create it. Animation dash name, colon, and the name we want to give it. And I'm going to say TX color for the name of the animation, and we'll create that in a moment. How long do we want it to run? So that'll be animation duration, dash duration. I'm going to have mine run for about 5 seconds, and it's going to be infinite, and it wants to keep on going and going. So I'm going to tell it the iteration count, so it will be animation dash iteration dash count I'm going to say infinite because I want it to just keep on going and going. Great. Now we actually have to create this animation called TX color. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to drop down just below our bottom curly bracket there. I'm going to say at keyframes, because that's what we're using to build this today, keyframes. And then the name, which we gave it, which was text color. Now I can open some more curly brackets and we can tell it what we want it to do with the cycles that we build. So I'm going to start off at 0%, 0%, open and close some more curly brackets. I want it to have a background color of red, or actually the text color of red. So open and close some more curly brackets here. I'm just going to say color, colon, red. As you can see, it's already changed its color here, and it's going to cycle between the red and the default white there. So I'm now going to copy this. I'm just going to put a semicolon after the red there, and I'm going to copy it another 4 times, and we'll start changing it around. So Control C to copy, drop down, Control V to paste. I'm going to do the same, 25, 50, 75, 100. So at 25%. And this is 25% of our 5-second total there. I'm going to have it blue. 50%, I want it to be red again. 75%, I want it to be blue. And obviously you can use whatever colors works for you. This is just purely for a demo, but it's red and blue are very attention grabbing. I guess that's why the police use them, for their lights. And at 100%, I want it to be red again. As you can see, it's turning from red to blue to red to blue to red to blue over a 5-second period. And if you want to slow it down, obviously put a longer time in there. As you can see, if I put 10 seconds in there, it's a lot more graceful. It's not going to quite grab your eye as quickly though. I think I'll leave mine on 5. Or you can have it crazy and put it something like 3 seconds or 2 seconds or something like that. And that's really going to get people's attention. I think I'm going to leave mine on 5 there. And we should be pretty much good to go. And like I say, I'll put all this code down below. If you're using a code module like I am today, add the style tags. If you're putting it in your additional CSS panel in your theme customizer, you don't need to add your style tags there. Great, well let's save this and make sure it's going to work on the front end. Save that, we'll save our changes here. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. I've got them on different times here. If you had the same animation going on all of these, they'd be synced up nicely. So there you go. There's how to add the animation to the text rather than the button background. I hope that's answered your question. And don't forget, if anybody's got any questions, drop them down below and I'll do my best to do a video or give you an explanation if I can. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.